Welcome to Cardmancy Mesquite. I'm Angela. Today is kind of on the fly. I've got construction work going on inside the house. I've retreated to one of the other bedrooms, so I'm hoping the noise won't be too bad. Yeah, I everybody expected me not to be here, so I'll wait a few minutes till y'all come in. I got my cards out. We got everything ready to go, I think. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Yeah, I had to retreat to one of my bedrooms. I got construction going on in the house. There's a lot of it to be done. So I figure another week and we'll have everything done. Yep. Yeah, it's been a busy weekend. Good deal. You got yourself a deck of cards? Good. Hi, T. Lynn. Yeah, I'm working on the replays of this show, and I'm trying to put it into one category by itself. And I'm listening to I'm having to listen to each video over again so I can put a subtitle in it. So if you have a question, you'll know which video to go to. So that's what I'm working on now. And I've really changed my description page. I've added a PayPal link. I've added a disclaimer. I've added Amazon wish list. That I'm kind of wonky on. I'm not sure it's showing up every time, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But I'm doing a lot of changes on the channel because it really needed it. I need to get my act together. You know, there's been a lot going on. I have 2 major surgeries to look forward to, and the house needed like a total rebuild. And it's pretty much getting it. So we're ready to rock here today. This is as good as it's going to get. I'm glad you're looking forward to the replay, Teresa. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to listen to each one and I'm going to put a subtitle on it so that you know what is where. Like if you need to know about how to tell which people are which, you know, going from the light to the dark and all the descriptions. I'm going to have a title that'll tell you which episode has that in it. And I'm going to do that to all of the episodes. I just got started working on it, so it's going to take a little while, but I'll get it done, and it'll make it easier for y'all. Oh, and I put a PDF file in the description that you can click on and get the keywords for the multiples, like 2s, 3s, and 4s of a kind. So there'll be a PDF for that, and eventually I'm going to have a PDF for just the regular cards, just on the normal, like the 1s through 10, and then the Jack, King, and Queen. I'll have those keywords in eventually. But it's all a lot of key work, and I don't type. That's the hard part. That's what slows me down. I don't type. This girl never did type. And I work for the government writing 250 plus page reports. They went straight to the president, but I had my tricks there. We had a much better word processing program than any of the commercial ones out there. That thing can practically read your mind. So I haven't learned these other softwares yet, and they're all very clunky compared to what I was used to. Anyway, if y'all want to put your questions in, I'd really appreciate it. And if you ever have questions about how this is done, or what do you do if, put those questions in the comments and I'll work on them the next episode. Because I've done that several times now, but I've only got a couple. But I'm sure there's more questions out there that y'all have. So go ahead and put them in the comments and I'll use them for the next show. So if you want to put a question in, you go right ahead. And I'll read for you because reading for you really does a lot when you watch me read. And then if you pull your cards out at the same time, it'll give you a lot of experience. You need experience more than anything reading these. That teaches you more than anything else. And the more readings you see. I'm just throwing cards out here to see what's going on. Because I have got so much busyness in this house right now. It's kind of making me crazy. My poor little dog. Hi, Jane. My poor little dog is locked in my bedroom. She's been there for days. Well, I let her out, of course. But she hears all this noise going on and it kind of freaks her out. So I've been giving her valerian to keep her calm as best I can. And it seems to be working. In the evenings when I let her out, her little tail's a wagging because she knows what's coming. Of course, that's giving all the pets my valerian. I give it to the cat too. That's something you can give them to calm them down when they're all upset and they don't know what to do. You just sprinkle it on their treats or on their food and they'll eat it up and they'll kind of love it. So right now I'm going to be happy with what's done here. Somebody's car is going to break down at their home, and I can tell you what that is. That's called two roofers who left nails everywhere. They're getting them in their tires. I'm going to want to fight about the signing of papers for something. So I don't know what that is, but I have an idea. I think they're going to pad the bill a little bit. So we'll see what happens. They all kind of disappeared, so I guess they went out to lunch. Thank God. Now, someone's getting their wish and they're going to shed tears. It's that good. It has to do with a doctor and a dark girl and a fair married man. So I don't know who those people are. That's amazing in my card readings for me not to know who people are. And then all of these people they've got a legal problem and they're worried. So I don't know what their legal problem is. We'll find out. But from this reading making little sense, that can tell you what it's like here at the house. Okay, I got you, Jane. There you go. Yeah, your cat loves valerian. Yeah. My cat will fight me for it. I take it to sleep. So my cat will fight me at night before I go to bed. She fights me for my valerian. Crazy animal. I'll get to you in just 1 second, Jane. I just want to do the last shuffle of these cards and see what I got. Signing papers is way off, and I'm pretty sure it is because we got more of a complaint to file with the insurance company. This all started with the roof in 2018 was my first claim for hail damage. And they refused and they refused and they refused. Finally, the state is going after them. So now they're doing it. You drink it in tea? Yeah, I have some in tea too, Jane. Yep. I make a lot of my teas. I do mixtures. You're all settled in? Good. I'm glad, Jane. Hi, Lizzie. It's good to see you. Well, I'm going to want to fight, which is nothing new. I'm going to be happy when I'm done, though. It's about somebody's car at their home. So it looks like somebody's going to try to give me a fight about having to pay for their tire. That ain't going to happen. They were supposed to sweep for the loose nails, so that's on them. That ain't on me. They can pay for their own tire. And then there's a legal issue between two other people. And then I've got me going to the doctor, and I'm going to get my wish, so that's going to work. And then at the very last, I signed papers. Somebody's worried about me signing papers. Ah, okay. They're worried I ain't going to sign the paper. Hi, Joyful Journey. Good to see you. Okay, since I got one question so far, I'm going to pop in there and I'll get Jane. And if the rest of y'all have questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat and I'll get them as I see them. Yeah, we're in my blue bedroom today. Who knows where we'll be tomorrow or Monday. I have a show on Monday. Hi, Andrea. It's good to see you. Yeah, we're in my blue bedroom today and we'll see what happens. We'll be moving around the house as the construction goes on. And they all left for lunch, I can tell, because it's dead silent out there, which is really good. I appreciate that. I just hope they bring me back some tacos. Yeah, on Friday, I showed the little Mexican guy where to get real Mexican tortillas around here. And he was quite surprised. Gotcha. Joyful Journey, we have that question too about two grandsons. Your mom's house is full of energy? Yeah, not surprising. Not surprising. You see the mess going on here. Yep. Okay, I would love a reading, Angela. I'm in California with my mom. Okay, how's things going with Jane and her mom? So quiet in here, about to make me nervous. She's 90, and I think her family is here waiting for her. Yeah, that would be normal. That would be a normal thing, Jane. In spirit, yeah. And back home, my daughter in law is in the hospital, just barely hanging on. Oh, that's hard. You got two of them going at one time. Oh, that's a good idea, Andrea. I love that. I'm going to save that little one. We'll have to do a walkthrough. Okay. Jane, you got somebody working. They're going to sign papers, and you're going to be successful because of it. So somebody's working and signing papers. Apparently, they're going to cough up or, at least sign papers to be responsible for something. You got a blood transfusion today? Yeah, I hate those. I really hate those. I don't deal with them well, and neither does the person who's trying to do it to me. I have a saying that I tell every person trying to stick a needle in me. This will hurt you as much as it hurts me. And it goes one of two ways. They either know what they're doing or they run and go get somebody who does. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. You just canceled your StreamYard? Is it easier just straight YouTube? I'm just wondering. because I'm paying for this and it ain't paying right now, but it will eventually, I'm sure. But I just got over the hump of 300 subscribers and I got 2 trolls. That usually tells you when you're getting there. Okay, Jane, when Brenda was getting ready to transition, her dad in spirit was around to help her. He always smelled like a particular pipe smoke. Yeah, that's kind of normal. It went up to $60. Oh, I'm going to have a talk with them. It ain't going to be pretty. Oh, yeah, Jane, don't mess with Angela. This is true. I'm the opposite ends of the world. I'm the nicest person you'll ever want to meet, but oh my God, cross me. I know that of myself. I know my shadows, and I know when to use them. And when I need a good fight, when somebody's giving me a tussle, oh my goodness. Hi, Nettie P. Yeah, you're going to get a reading. I got you. Yep. Okay. So what we have first here is somebody's going to get a gift with children around. It's going to be, you're going to hold a party for it. Whatever it is, you're going to be the one having the party. And there's going to be a minor quarrel, as there usually is, but you're going to be happy at the end of this. It's going to bring you happiness. See that 8 right at the end? That's your happiness. You're going to be glad you did it. Your dowsing rods are going wild. Yeah, they will. Yeah, if you've got a little bit of action going on, your dowsing rods will go crazy. That's why I haven't picked them up since they started working on the house. Because I know they're going to go crazy and they won't know what they're doing. So because there's way too much going on. Then we have happiness, a pleasant surprise for an older married man, dark complected. You're going to sign papers for him, but you're going to be jealous. Now, I would say that jealousy is probably he's getting something good that you would like, but it isn't yours. So that's called being a normal human being, too. Okay. Hi, T. Lynn. Jane, and 2 weeks before my mom passed, with helping her into bed, she said, I think I'm dying. That evening is when I started seeing orbs, knew immediately what it was. My dad and grandfather coming to meet her. Yeah, yeah. I love that, Jane. I hope when mom transitions, you get to see her leave. It's amazing to watch. It's as amazing to watch as a baby being born. Yeah, it is. It is amazing to see. Okay, I got this last section for you here to read. We got, you're going to be jealous, something to do with your marriage. You're going to lie. You can tell a white lie like I'm not jealous. What do you mean? What are you talking about? And it has you having a love affair and it's going to be successful. So if you're married, good on you. It's good. It's working out well. If you're not married, then good on you. It's working out well. Yep. Okay, let me shuffle these and lay them out again. She's still very alive. She's going to just drop one day. Yeah. Yeah, you are married, Jane. Things are going to be good. They're going to be good. Yep, you're going to have a love affair with your husband. That's exactly what was going on there. So you just enjoy. You two are having things good together. Okay, there's going to be children around. Yep, there's going to be children around. Children around, a pleasant surprise, and you're going to be happy with a dark, older, married man. That's, I'm assuming, is your husband. But for some reason, you've got children hanging around. See the three of hearts? That's children. There's your husband in the middle. You got good stuff coming there, girl. Okay. Then we got the signing of papers. You're going to be jealous, but you're going to be successful because of the signing of the papers. You're going to be a little jealous, but yeah, it's going to be good for you. And then there's your love affair. You're going to have a party. There's going to be a minor quarrel. There usually is, especially if you're the one having the party. Yeah. And that party could even be something as simple as family coming over to visit before she passes. You'll have a lot of that. And then someone's getting a gift. You're going to lie about your marriage, but somebody's getting a gift at the same time. So I'm not making much sense of that. It'll make sense to you later. Oh, family dinner every Sunday. There you go. That's your party. Yeah. Yep. Okay, Andrea, I got you. So there you go, Jane. That all looks good. I don't see anything bad in those cards at all. I wish I had your cards. It would sure make life easier around here if I had cards like those. Okay, let's see who we got next. Okay, we've got Jane done. Okay, we've got Joyful Journey. What is, I'm sorry, I can't read half the time. What is in store for my son? Will he become financially independent? Yeah, independent financially. Yeah, I got two grandsons that we're starting to have that discussion about. You're welcome, Jane. I'm very happy to give you that reading. Very happy. Just wish it were mine. I think that's that jealousy in your reading, maybe. Okay. What is in store for my son? Will he be financially independent? Okay, I'm going to ask it a little different way because I don't do third party readings. I can't read on your son, mainly because it'll just be a mess of a reading. So I'm going to read on you and getting your son to that position. Okay, is Joyful Journey going to make it to where her son can be financially independent? Is Joyful Journey going to get her son into a position where he's financially independent? Probably should have asked that as a question. Let me do that way. I'll ask it as a yes or no. I can probably get more information that way. Okay. Is Jane going to get her son to a position where he's financially independent? Joyful Journey, got to get her son to be financially independent. Okay, it shows you being sick over a legal deal with a fair girl, fair unmarried young girl. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. We'll see what shows up. Okay, I got a 50-50 split here. But that fair girl showed up. It's about an accident, and she's looking for a gift. She wants like free money out of it that she doesn't have coming. She is an enemy you're going to have to look after, but it doesn't look like she's getting anything anyway. She's going to try. It's like a fender bender or a fake fender bender. Yep. Hi, Hypnicity. How are you? I didn't see you come in. You want to pop your question in there? And I'll grab it. Yeah. Jane made me think of that Anne Murray song, A Little Good News. With so much crazy in the world, we all need a little good news. Yeah, we do. Yep, we all do. But let me check and see what these two aces are about. I'm just relearning these. It says you're going to move away and never come back, but I think it may um, belong to this young girl, the one that's looking for the money from heaven. Only she's trying to steal money from heaven. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that because it doesn't look like she's going to get anything. With the two dark aces, she's going somewhere she ain't coming back from. So it'll be a little bit of a hiccup that'll come and go. But on your son, it's going to take time. It's not going to be tomorrow. He's got to figure his way out, and you got to stop. One thing I know that you got to stop doing is giving him everything he wants all the time. Because if he doesn't want anything, he ain't going to go anywhere. If you're still treating him like he's 5, he's going to stay 5. So if you want him to grow up and go out into the world, you're going to have to do some shoving because we got 3 red cards here and we got 3 black cards. So it's a 50-50. Okay, I got you, Nalani. So you've got a 50-50 shot here, and what you need is to just sort of shove him out the door and away. Make him take care of his stuff. Yeah, okay, Jane, good. A lot of times readings will apply to more than one. It's just the same with tarot. If it resonates, take it for what it is because it may be yours also. Yeah, you need to shove for sure, Joyful Journey. Yeah, you're going to need to shove that one. Oh, you got your computer back? Yay! Love it. Great, Andrea. We can go back to our practices again. Yeah, I'm missing that. Okay, let's see who we got next. Okay, we did Joyful Journey. Let me see. Yeah, put a note up here for the walkthrough, Andrea. Okay, Nettie P is next. And then Andrea, and then Nalani. Okay, Nettie, just a general reading. Okay, I'm going to put the 2 back in. Yes, you're now enjoying my blue room. You're getting a tour of the house the hard way. But we'll do a real tour later when everything's all done. Okay, Nettie, just a general read. Okay, somebody's car's got a problem and they're going to shed tears about it. And it's an unpleasant surprise. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. You're going to hear about somebody's car. Okay, you've got women around you and a possible pregnancy. I have to reshuffle them before we find out about that. But you've got 2 women around you who want you to sign papers. It's going to be a pleasant surprise, but there's a question about it. With that question, I wouldn't sign papers without really, really looking at what's going on before you sign. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying just think about it and go over it first before you do any signing, because it's for 2 women that aren't you. See the 2 women, the queen of clubs, the queen of diamonds. Yeah, that's a fair woman and a medium complected woman, and they're both married. So what married women would want you to sign papers for? I don't know. That's probably why the question card is there. The question is the 2. You need to ask questions. And the next bunch is okay. There's a question about an older man, unmarried, in his 50s or better. He's not working. You're going to get a letter, which today would be an email or a text about it. But there's a question about a man out of town, not working, and you're going to hear about it. It's an older, dark complected man. He's not married, but that's another place where you got questions about. Yeah, you got to think before you do any signing of papers or doing anything really with this reading. Then you're also getting a letter from a fair young girl. You're going to be sick and you're going to get an unpleasant surprise, but there's a love affair in there in the middle for you. So I don't know who you're in love with or what you're in love with or where you're in love with, whether you're married or single. But a love affair, if you're married, is a love affair with your husband generally. So you've got one coming. or you're going to find out that somebody really likes you a lot more than you think. But that's what we've got you so far. But there's an unpleasant surprise about at the end about this love affair, and you being sick as simply as is something simple as uh, the unpleasant surprise and the love affair going together. That's kind of a roll your stomach a little thing. So don't expect to get, ridiculously ill. You're not. It's just going to be something that's going to not hit you right. Yep. Andrea says, I've had several folks work wanting to have a practice place. LOL, got to figure out how it all works again. Zoom has added a ton of new features. Yeah, a ton of new bells and whistles, new features that you have no idea what to do with. And I'm running into that with StreamYard, YouTube, and everybody else. They want to change things. My bank changed to a new app. They updated their app, so of course it doesn't work. Yep. So I had to go up there the other day and I told them that their check reader, they have a feature where you can deposit a check without going to the bank. You just use the app. Well, their thing was reading the check to see if the special endorsement was on the back, but it wasn't reading the special endorsement, so you couldn't make a deposit. Figured that one out. So you've got this older man in his 50s straight off the bat. He's the thing that's going to be straight in your face, Nettie. You're going to see him right quick. He's going to be going out of town. You're going to be sick about it because there's a question around it. Like, where is he going? Why is he going? And how does that affect you? You've got all those questions about it. And this isn't sick. This is sick about, okay, what's going on here? That's the kind of sick it is. And then you have a pleasant surprise, but it's going to be an unpleasant surprise for somebody else. And it's all around the signing of papers. Somebody's going to want you to sign papers, and you're probably not going to do it, and probably shouldn't, because you've got a pleasant surprise, and the other person has an unpleasant surprise. So I would say that's not signing the papers. And then we got 3 women together. So you're going to not only be surrounded by women, you got a lot of women you're going to be talking to at one time, 3 of them at least. And you're going to hear of a pregnancy too. It's somebody else's pregnancy because 2 of those are in reverse. 2 of the queens are in reverse, so it's somebody else. It's a married woman that's going to be pregnant. And then you're going to get a letter, which is an email, a text, whatever, about someone not working, and it's going to be someone you have a love affair with. So he's not going to be working for some reason. Maybe a day off, maybe forever, but you don't know until you find out. Because this doesn't go that far as to say he's done for work wise. It could be it's probably just a day off, because I don't have anything else on here about needing money and all that stuff. So you're in good shape there. He's just going to have a day off, and he's going to text you about it. And that's what I got for you, Nettie. You got a lot of busy stuff in there, so you might want to listen back till you get the whole thing. Because I know I've already lost half of it, and I just read them. Why are we all signing papers? Jane, that's a good question. I have no idea, because I'm signing papers left and right, and I know what that's about. It's about this house. And T-Len, you feel the presence of a guide, but it's like they are waiting for me to do something. Asked, but no response yet. Which guide, and what are they expecting me to do? Well, I got that question, and I think I'm going to do some different cards for that one. You're welcome, Nettie. Yeah, listen to this because your reading was so busy, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Okay, that's Nettie. Now we have Andrea. Okay, you're going to get a general reading. Okie doke. Let me clean these cards up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's just the time of year that has everybody signing papers because we all seem to have either people that are fixing to pass, we're moving, getting jobs, dealing with children. All of that brings the signing of papers. I've got two grandchildren that we're going to have to figure out what to do with them because they seem to have embraced the life of staying home forever and playing video games. So we'll see what happens there. Yep. Yeti Lynn says, I just had to sign papers with a shady company last week. What the what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep. Okay, Andrea, we're giving you a general reading. Okay, someone's getting a pleasant surprise. It's a very young girl, and she's worried about something, but she's getting a pleasant surprise, so she doesn't really have anything to worry about. You're going to hear about it, though, which won't be surprising since you're just getting your computer back after a long hiatus. We all got questions, we all got stories, we all got stuff to tell you. Okay, you've got a busy one too. You're going out of town, and somebody's going to bring you luck on that trip out of town. It has to do with someone else's marriage. You're going to get a call. A call could be also a text with the way today's technology works. And it's the situation is going to bring an end to something. So somebody could be getting married. I would take that to mean that someone is getting married and no longer single because death is an ending and a beginning. So something's going to end, something's going to begin, but there's no trouble around this. This has to do with a marriage. And it includes you going out of town, so I would say you're probably going to be going to a wedding. Or something similar because it's a big change for somebody. And then there's an ending to a surgery. You're going to shed tears. It's close at hand, and there's gossip about it. There's gossip about a surgery. There usually is. Everybody gossips about my surgery because I don't really tell them a whole lot. I usually say I'm getting surgery. Boom, that's it. Y'all know more about my surgeries than I tell my family. And there's a reason for that. Yep. So again, it looks like you getting the surgery. You're going to shed tears about it, and it's close at hand. There's going to be gossip about it, but it's going to bring an end to something and a beginning to something else. So it apparently is going to be successful because you don't just go into surgery for nothing. Then there's gossip in a crowd of people over water. They're going to be happy, but they're going to be worried. So somebody's not all that happy so far as good things happening for you from the sound of this. I would say you got a few people talking behind your back. That's the way it looks. Here's the gossip card. That's people talking behind your back. I don't worry about people talking behind my back because they don't know my business. They don't get to know enough of my business to actually talk about me behind my back. So if they're talking, then they ain't got nothing to say. They're just making it up their own stuff. Yep. Yeah, I would agree with you there, Andrea. Maybe finishing the quantum physics healing yet with your teeth. Yep. Yeah. And let me look up your 2 8s and your 2 4s. 2 4s is you're making a change. It's going to be a big change. And the 8s are making a new friend. So you've got something coming out of this. You've got good coming out of this. I would say it's your teeth, probably. I moved to an apartment building and I am private. Yep, exactly. Stay that way. Let them talk. They can talk all they want because they won't really know anything. Okay, let me shuffle these and give it one more layout here and see what else it comes up with. Okay. All right, Catbug. You can count to 3 once more. Wow, look at those 8s all clumped together. I gotta look at that. The 8s are fear. You've got fear coming up. You're going to travel over water, but you got some fear. Give the fear up. It's nothing real. It's an ending to a surgery. You're going to travel over water to get there. And somebody else is worried, but you're not. So you shouldn't be worried about this. You got 2 black 5s and 2 black 4s right there. So you're going to hear of a woman passing. And you're going to make a big change. You got a change coming up. So I would say finishing your teeth treatment is going to be a big change. And it looks like a good one. The men in the building are funny. I sidestepped their flirtation. Yep. Yeah, I would too. I would sidestep that big time. Maybe going to Hawaii. Yeah, that would be in here. You got to go over water. Yeah, I would say so. But it all looks good. I don't see anything bad around that surgery. It's just there's nothing bad about it except a big old change. And changes aren't necessarily bad. Changes can be good. And I'd say if you're going to be traveling over water, it has to be a good change because you wouldn't be going if it was a bad change. And that there is a lesson on how to decide which way things are saying they're going to go. Yep. There you go, Andrea. It's good stuff coming up. Yep, you got good stuff. Okay, let's see who we got next. Next, we got Nalani. Okay, how can I best prepare for shorter days? Already increased my vitamin D. I have a feeling hibernation might be my mode. Yeah, let's see if Nalani needs to hibernate. I'm going to ask that question as a yes or no because I think I'll get more answers out of that. There we go. Okay, is Nalani needing to hibernate? Is Nalani needing to hibernate? Is Nalani needing to hibernate? Okay, you're going to have a minor quarrel with an older, dark complected man. He's going to be successful. Don't argue with him, just walk away. You'd be better off. It's not a big quarrel, it's a minor quarrel, very minor. Minor. This is a big old yes. But you're going to be visiting somebody else's home. You're going to get a unpleasant surprise around water. And somebody's going to call you. You're going to get a call or a text. And you probably go over to their house to talk about it. But you're going to get an unpleasant surprise. Not a big one. There's too many red cards here. It's too nice of stuff around it. So it's going to be an unpleasant surprise, but not that all that unpleasant. Yep. Okay, Angela, what is playing card equivalents of the Tower card and the Death card? Very drawn to both of their interpretations lately. That one I'm going to have to think about because I don't know the equivalent of the Tower card. I'm going to have to go through the cards and look for it. So that's a question for another day. I'm going to have to do a show on that one, and I appreciate you for that question. I'm going to put it up there, and that'll be our next show next Saturday. I'll have the answer for you because that's a tough one. It's going to take a show to go through it. Okay, Milani. Yeah, you need to go into hibernation mode, but you got a little bit of stuff to take care of first. Okay. Next we have T. Lynn. Okay, we're going to make this our last question. This work going on around the house is just wearing me out. Keith is getting left shoulder replacement surgery in December. Hopefully, his pain will be relieved finally. Yeah, all the cards are fairly happy on that, so I would expect so. You had decent cards. Okay, we've got. I feel the presence of a guide, but it's like they are waiting for me to do something. Asked, but no response yet. Which guide and what are they expecting me to do? I would say the biggest thing they're expecting you to do is to start really listening for them and watching for them. Now, the listening part is easy. What you're listening for is words in your head that are not yours. It'll be a different way of speaking. They usually have a different way of speaking, and they'll come up with words that just aren't in your regular vocabulary. And when you start listening for that stuff, words that aren't yours, hearing them in your head, then you'll know that's them. Additionally, you got to look for omens. Like one day I had a dragonfly follow me into my office. That's a long way in the house. I got to walk 20 feet through the living room. Then I got to walk another 12 feet through the dining room just to get to my office. And he made it all the way in and followed me. So that was an omen. And then a butterfly followed me in the house. But you're going to have things outside that'll show up, like a butterfly landing on your hand or a bird talking to you. I get a lot of birds talking to me and squirrels talking to me all the time. And you'll listen and look for things like that. And like I embarrassed one guy just the other day. He wasn't sure he was uh, watching the world enough. I told him it was raining, and he said I didn't think it was going to rain. It wasn't on the weather forecast. I said, well, did you look at the trees? And he says, what do you mean? I said, well, trees when a rain is coming, they'll turn their leaves upside down. So what you're looking for is the trees to look 3 shades lighter because they turn their leaves upside down to catch the rain. And he says, wow, I think I go through life a bit too oblivious. And I kind of laughed and said, yep, you do. But it's those kind of signs, all kinds of signs will tell you. That's how you find out. And eventually your guides will tell you their names if you ask. But first you need to get that rapport going with them. You got to get used to seeing their signs, listening for their words. And once you get that rapport going, then it will start to flow. You're welcome, T. Lynn. I'm glad I could answer that question because his card sure wouldn't answer that one. But I still had the answer for you. Yep. And we're very, very close up on an hour. I'm eventually going to explore Washington and Oregon, T. Lynn, and also Southern California. Andrea, don't limit yourself. You got the whole world to explore. Go to Europe. Go to South America. You got everywhere to explore. Once you get your health back in order, you got the world at your feet. I'm planning on 2 major surgeries, and at the same time, I'm getting my passport renewed. Does that tell you anything? I'm planning on traveling when I get to feeling better. Yeah, you can smell when rain is coming, T. Lynn. I can too, but most people don't smell it. That's why I tell them about the trees, because the trees do tell you too. There are more indications than you really realize. If you watch just before rain, If you see rain in the forecast, walk outside and see what you see that's different. You'll notice the animals acting a little different. The squirrels usually tell me I ought to let them in the house since it's going to rain. And the answer is always no. You got a place to go. Yeah, I hear earthquakes too, Nalani. Yeah, I can hear one coming now. It's real high pitched and real loud in my ears. I don't know where it's going to be, but there is one. Okay, you've lived in Europe, haven't seen the west coast of the US. There you go. Okay, explore the west coast, and find other places to go, Andrea. There's only so much west coast, but there's a whole lot of world. Teelan, this guide is like your mother looking at you as a kid, and you know what she's expecting you to do. Yeah. It's a lot like that. Yep. With all of them, really. And even when you start talking to them and catching the cues and the omens, you're still going to feel like that a little bit sometimes. Only you'll have more understanding of what they actually want you to do. Yeah. Yep. And Lonnie's got West Coast. You going to explore that too, or are you living there? I think everybody needs to explore more. I think a lot of the problems we have in this country is they haven't seen a lot of foreign people up close because they mostly avoid them here. When you travel out of the country, though, you can't avoid them. Yep. I'm part of a global grandmothers group, so I'm thinking Australia and New Zealand. Oh, good idea, Andrea. That's fabulous. And Teelan says, Guide tried speaking to me outside last weekend after dark. Startled me. Haven't experienced it yet. That's because it startled you. You need to go with confidence and relaxed. That helps a lot. Jane says, I can't go back home and then to France, Italy, and Greece. Oh, I can't wait to go back home and then to France, Italy, and Greece. Yeah, that's a good plan. I like that. And Nalani is living in Washington. My gut says an earthquake is due here soon. I wouldn't be surprised. The big earthquakes have been everywhere else. So, it's about time. It kind of goes in a circle, that ring of fire. Yep. You'll be here till November? Yeah. Yep. That's a little while. You got what? Let's see, September's about over with. October, November. That's 2 months. That's not too bad. I know cool stuff to see in Italy, Greece, and that are not tourist, but very cool stuff. Yeah, Adri, when I travel, I do not do the tourist. I do not go to the resorts. I can't stand them. I've been there once. That was enough. I go off and I do my own thing. You've been there since August? Oh, wow. That is a long time. That's a long time, Jane. Yep. Oh, well, we're past the hour and I'm past my nap time here. I've had a long day and it just started. Teelan says, well, I stand out in the quiet after dark. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Newest guide has softened his drum thump after I told him the loud one scared me. Good. Then you are talking to him. You're already talking to him. That's the way you go about it. And the magic of England spots and Ireland and Scotland. Oh, Wales? Yeah, there's a lot around there. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. I'm going to try. There's going to be a lot of banging and thumping as soon as those guys get back from lunch. So I'm going to try to slip in a nap there somewhere. Oh, you learned from living there. Good one, Andrea. You had a great time. I go to places and I'll spend a month. That's my usual vacation length is a month. Yep. Go to a movie. There you go. Well, I'm going to go try to get a nap in and try to get some lunch and breakfast in because I haven't had either one yet. Okay, I'll see y'all next weekend. I'm going to keep that question and I shall talk to y'all later. Love you. Good to see you. Bye bye.